So let's see what this message is today and who the message is for. I am getting this energy. There might be some kind of division, maybe a separation. Let's see. Who is this message for? And what is the message? What do you need to know? Okay. So, Six of Wands. I was thinking victory as well. So actually, it feels like it's going in a positive direction. Just say congratulations on this card. But I am noticing there's a red flag that they're waving. And maybe that's what it is. That's what caused that division that's coming through. I feel like someone has success on their mind though this time. Interesting. Okay, strength of will. Ooh, very good. So there's definitely forward movement, but I think there's this need to be mindful of the obstacles that might get in the way. Okay, so it could be whether it's internally or external misalignments trying to get in the way, okay, of where you're going. See what else comes through. I'm seeing a plane flying in the sky as well. That might be relevant for somebody. There's a lot of movement cards here. The first 3 cards are all movement cards, so clearly that's important for someone. They might be traveling, there might be some kind of distance here. Oh, okay. Someone wants to change the outcome. There has been distance separation. That's probably why there's so much travel card as well. So many travel cards coming through. So this is being really left out in the cold, and you know, they're changing the outcome with this Ten of Swords in reverse with that 5 of Coins in reverse. They want to do things. I think that there's a need to be mindful that they're not perceived as actually they're just creating trouble ahead. So they're going to need, their approach is going to need to be very either transparent and truly from authenticity. Look at this, the Sun here, radiant energy. This is why they want to change the outcome, because they're seeing this. That card says out of the woods as well. So maybe somebody they're acting in ways that caused whatever this is, division, separation. Okay. Worth fighting for, subconscious attachment. Okay. So whatever's been in the mind space has truly been keeping them kind of stuck to something in their actual like reality. Okay, it might be money related. Actually, I do think it's to do with money. Some kind of external attachment. Okay. Maybe even accolades, you know, how other people are perceiving him, that kind of thing. But someone's really recognizing where their true success lays and what truly is worth fighting for now, right? So they're clearly been understanding why they've been attaching to certain things in their reality, you know. And I think I think maybe it does have to do with maybe family related, maybe how they were brought up or something, I'm not sure, but or just community. But I think that they had an idea in their mind of what stability is and success, but they're realizing that it was a very conditioned mind frame. Okay. Oh, it's too many cards here. I'll take this one. So that's the Two of Cups in reverse. So that is definitely unhealthy attachments. Wow. See, we'll get another one for that. The Chariot and the Two of Cups in reverse. Unhealthy attachments. Okay, another 2. There's that Sun. Okay. So you got the 6 of Coins. So there's either going to be an equal give and receive here, or there's going to be an energy of strings attached. And this is where someone's recognizing the difference between the strings attached energies that they were moving towards and, you know, attached to, versus their freedom, their liberation, the true happiness. So that Sun is just joy. Even your inner child is smiling and, you know, having the time of their life kind of energies. This is why they're needing that Chariot, that strength of will, that balanced approach, right? Not towards their unhealthy attachments, but towards liberating themselves from this. Okay, Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so they're lacking clarity right now. So they might, in their mind space, whoever this is, be seeing something as problematic ahead, which is why it's not, they're still carrying this burden. It's like they're in the middle of, yes, I want to lay down these burdens, but then they're still carrying them because in their mind space, they haven't got clarity. I think they're uncertain of how to move forward, how to proceed with caution. Maybe they're just, like it says, lack of ideas. Maybe they just genuinely need some, you know, guidance on how to proceed, open this up, this new, changing the outcome. We'll get another one. Too many cards there. We'll get another one for the for these. There's a lot of mental activity taking place for somebody. Okay. Yeah, Judge. Okay, we got it. we've got Judgment, heeding the call, and then you got the Empress, Divine Feminine at the bottom of the deck, heeding the call. So regardless of what they might be thinking or isn't laying ahead, there's definitely this energy of wanting to answer this awakening, because they're having, it's like, and it's funny because I think their inner child is really massively connected to whatever this awakening is, you know. There's angelic guidance, truly, they're being divinely guided here. This is how they're finally waking up, and this is why they're asking themselves, well, how do I do this without causing more trouble? Divine Feminine, so maybe this is who they're moving towards, or maybe that's just the energy they need to harness, okay? I'm going to take these. That was following your heart though, so. Okay, so 5 of Coins in reverse, let's find out. Page of Swords in reverse, that's just playing mind games. I think that they're not being completely honest here, and this is what they want to set the record straight with, you know? This is why they want to come out of hiding, if you will, is actually, let's bring the dark to light, okay? And I think that this is the heavy load they're carrying as well. They don't want to carry this anymore. They want to kind of do, yeah, 2 of Wands. They want to do things, charting a course. They want to look ahead. They want to move forwards, but they know that they're going to need to be, again, this clarity of mind is just lacking right now for somebody. Because they don't know what lies ahead. They can't see it. But they know that they are driven to change this outcome. To find their liberation. Yeah. 3 of Wands, so manifesting your dreams, specifically it says on that. So that's 2 of Wands to 3 of Wands. Beautiful. There's progress. Okay, 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay. They felt a lot of emotional, I don't know if, you know, anyone else realizes this, but the emotional, like, pain and anguish they felt over this, you know, it really impacted them. Whatever this was, this ending that just felt like a really dark, part of a dark chapter in their life, actually. Part of a dark chapter. So there were many different things going on. But this really hurt them. Yeah, 5 of Cups. Unwelcome change. They didn't want this. That's why they want to change the outcome. They finally, I think something's finally, that Judgment card, they're finally realising they have the power to change this. That's why you got the 2 of Wands and 3 of Wands, seeing how it's going to come through. The Devil, once again, it says strings attached. This is someone who's had some kind of addiction as well. Okay, I want to make that clear. They've had some kind of addiction. Not only have they had someone or something in their vicinity that they've been attached to, or had some kind of attachment with them, but they've had some kind of addiction that they've turned to, especially when they felt that things were not going the way they wanted, and they felt that really emotional loss, you know. This is what they turned to, and I think that is what pulls on them a lot. Test of faith. Pulls on their threads a lot. They really experience this Death card. It says internal change as well. They know to do this, they need to do things differently. They're lacking self-confidence. That's why they've had to... This is going to test their strength then, as in their inner strength, their self-confidence, their strength of will, their character, who they are, what they're worthy of, and not just repeating the past patterns, familiar chaos, right? Okay. This might be, again, why their mind space is so cloudy, you know, that lack of clarity and what's moving forward. We've got the 2 to the 3 to the 4 of Wands. Celebrating union. They know they need to be, the alignment of this, they need to be in alignment with that. We'll see what else, just to confirm, because clearly they're dealing with whatever this is that pulls on their energy still. Okay, so let's find out. A few more, then we'll move on to the next deck. Get some more clarity, okay. King of Wands in reverse, Queen of Coins, fire, masculine, earth, feminine energies, okay. So she's upright. This one's reversed, but unpredictable. That's not a leader you can trust. Somebody who's had a lot of impulses, again, Death card, a lot of impulses driving them, truly. That means their sacral chakra has just been so out of balance. This is why they've had the unhealthy attachments, the, you know, even material attachments, the unhealthy connections, the addictions that are coming through. This is why they've got mental clarity. They don't want to create more trouble ahead, and they're wondering, I want to change this outcome, and they've really, really felt it, you know. And this, whatever happened in the past to turn it, that was a part of their 10 of Swords. It hurt them. They want to change this, but they're really being tested right now, and it's all to do with their inner world, confidence, strength, conviction, courage. Truly, this Queen of Coins are beautiful. So this beautiful Queen of Coins, you know, she's nurturing, she's grounded, she's someone, she's coming off as very abundant, but I think that that's the energy that she exudes just naturally, you know, very, someone who's to be respected. And this King of Wands sees that, you know, and he likes it. But again, that unpredictable energy. We'll get another card for each. Okay, the Star, wish granted. So especially the 2 to the 3 to the 4 of Wands, that's progress, and it's really beautiful progress. So there's a lot of fiery, passionate energy here. But that's exactly what someone here is being guided in how to harness now, because their own, you know, everything we've just spoken about is what's caused them this emotional like, anguish, pain, loss, you know, sadness, truly. But this is where they're getting their change now. It's up to them. It's in their hands, truly. Okay, so Queen of Coins. We've got another one for this Queen of Coins, just to confirm. Queen of Coins, very earthy sign energies. She might very well be... I've got 2 for her now, so let's see what they are. Oh, releasing limiting beliefs. I think that's to do with her abundance path as well, and her ability to really have stability within her and outside of her and hold it down. She's seeing herself differently. She sees herself as a person who can... you know how she's nurturing and people might come to her for advice or whatever you want to call it. She's actually seeing herself in that way. She's seeing herself in these beautiful qualities that she's always had, but it's like she's turned the mirror in on her and she's recognizing herself finally. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Okay, this is where it's either 2 ways. So you've got romantic gestures or broken dreams. So this, whatever this is on her mind too, she knows it, but she doesn't know which way it's going to go. Is it going to be the, you know, the romantic gestures, if you will, you know, at least that this decisive moment as well. It says here, Wheel of Fortune. It's going to be either moving forwards and really allowing the heart to the honesty of, I feel like this honesty of the heart space, you know, or is it just going to feel like something that could have happened and just didn't, broken dreams. And this again could be to do with her abundance past, so she's really releasing a lot of limiting beliefs to when it comes to following her heart, which is going to really impact, although it's focused on her and her abundance path right now, it's going to impact this connection. We'll get another one for the King of Wands, maybe another 2 because those 2 came out for Queen Coins. So King of Wands in reverse, 8 of Coins in reverse. They've been, it's like they feel like they've just been going over the same pattern again and again and again and again. That's why these strings attached are so, it's come out twice, and with unhealthy attachments, I mean, they've really, when it says test of faith, it means test of faith for them. We'll get another one to confirm. King of Wands, 8 of Cups. Oh, see, this is what I mean. Ace of Cups, overflowing love. They do. They really do. This is why they felt this emotional anguish, and they feel this. This is why they turn to those things that we were speaking about from the beginning, because they have so much love, and I don't know how they've not had healthy boundaries with it. Sometimes they don't know how to contain it, especially when it comes to this person, this Queen of Coins. Change perspective. They've been taking, this is that division, I said, that separation. There's been a while here. There has. Look at that. There's an Ace of Coins under that, and then the Wheel of Fortune again. So new beginnings, truly. But it's gonna take making the right decisions, which is why this is coming through, because whatever they've been attached to, like I said, the addictions, the connections, the attachments, you know, people and things and habits, patterns, truly, they've really been experiencing all of it in like own little ways. Okay, so it needs to change, and they know this, and it's all to do with their confidence as well, knowing their worth. So clearly they were never told they were worthy. They never, you know, maybe they were somebody who needed a lot of validation and they didn't get it as a child, so it manifested in these ways. And this is why they're concerned about trouble ahead, because I don't think they can trust themselves right now. So we'll get some cards for this Queen of Wands in reverse, and then we'll get the Queen of Coins. Okay, so King of Wands, did I say that? King of Wands, definitely attracted to this divine feminine energy, that's for sure. Okay, King of Wands. Oh my God, I'm pretty sure I said like dark to light. That's like the very first thing in here. Number 4, torch, dark to light, revolution, courage, fully engaged, forging ahead, liberation, standing up for the truth. Oh my God, bold, passion, justice, freedom. And I think I did say something about this is their liberation now. That's going to require that strength of will, everything that's on this card, so they can forge ahead. Wow. Okay, let's see what else is coming. That's again, fire. King of Wands, torch. Yeah, I'm tangled. Number 23, yarn, tangled up problems, complicated circumstances, all tied up. This is why I'm feeling that 8 of coins again and again and again. It just feels like it's just repetitive, like same thing again. You know, that's how it feels for them. Conundrums, stringing along, puzzling, hassles, unraveling. This is like, I'm hearing unraveling the mystery. You know, I think they're going to be unraveling the truth when it comes to whatever happened here, so they can change the outcome with this Queen of Coins. Got the birds here. They're nervous. They want to talk. They're nervous. They want to communicate. They're nervous. Okay. I think one thing that stops them as well is they don't know which way it's going to turn. Also, this is going to require their honesty. This is why I was getting that Page of Swords in reverse. There hasn't been honesty. But they're going to need it to move forwards. I know this. Clarity. So both of you have transparency and moving forwards and clarity. King of Wands, Torch and Yarn. I think they're getting some clarity as well in terms of the things that they're being like all tangled up in and, you know, just all tied up with. They're getting some clarity of that. They're liberating themselves from that. That's why they're thinking about this a lot. Because they're finally freeing themselves from whatever they've been, these attachments, you know. Okay, so we've got the stars and then the boy child. So maybe there was a child that ended up causing this, you know, it says complicated circumstances. Maybe that's what paused kind of their movement forwards, because suddenly there was something unexpected that came through. However, with this star card as well, you know, that's about wishes coming true, peace, miracles, dreams, feeling blessed, hopeful, falling in love, nighttime, inspiration, providence. Maybe say inner child is finally getting to say, no, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go, and they're listening, you know, because this child, number 13, the 16, 6, beginnings, innocent, brand new. I think I feel really like, I feel that emotional space is so vulnerable, you know. That innocence that they had as a child that wasn't protected clearly, I think that they still have it, that innocence. I think that's why they get into this anguish space, you know, so they can be the person that they needed. Tender, inexperienced, spontaneous, carefree, new perspective boy. They might have even had some kind of spirit baby message, maybe in a dream. Okay. Cracked egg. So, I'm hearing two things. They might have had something to do with a child and it didn't go the way they expected. You know, it wasn't... it says premature on this, actually. So... you know, that kind of thing, which is not, that's just really hard to, those are emotions you can't explain, you know. Number 19, so cracked egg, full start. I'm also hearing another thing, that actually in the past they were inexperienced with this situation, and this is where they want to do things differently. Divine intervention. Whatever's happened, it's all been divine intervention, orchestration, okay? All in divine timing as well. Full start, poor timing, misfire, failure to launch, rough start, backfire, inexperienced again. So they've definitely been inexperienced in the past, too many. Got another one for this King of Wands. Okay. 35 and 9, anchor. This is better. So they're becoming more stable, enduring, solid. This whole journey is what this is. They're becoming this. Enduring, secure, persevere, willpower, restrain. I think that restrain is kind of them learning how to harness, grab the reins on all of these unhealthy attachments, patterns, strings attached, that kind of thing. The persevering, willpower, long-lasting, persisting, advantage, fortitude. Wow. We'll just get a few more for this King of Wands. Just 3 more, just to get some more clarity. This King of Wands. Yeah, okay, that's better. So get the sunrise here. That's beautiful. Number 6 again. Again, I think that they're traveling. Got all these travel cards to begin with, and maybe this is how they're allowing themselves to find some kind of alignment within, getting more grounded, you know, with the anchor. Happy beginning, new day, darkest before dawn, hope, clarity, obstacles overcome, problems ending, bright future, awakening. Said they're going through an awakening, a fresh start, okay? Yeah, 22, their compass, their true north, discovery, life path. They're doing exactly what they need to. They're finding their truth, their direction. They're finding their way, knowing where they're going. They're making a plan. And they're going to explore it. Christmas is just coming through for a reason. Christmas time. Something about that's important, okay? So they've been quite inexperienced in the past, and that's why they're having the test of faith now, because this is all about the endurance that they've been gathering. That beautiful new star, that sunrise ahead. They're finding their path. Truly, it's beautiful. They've been on deep self-discovery, and they're still handling it. You know, remember what was coming through from the very beginning. We'll see what the Queen of Coins, the cards for the Queen of Coins. So, Queen of Coins, guidance. Number 9, I think that she's become very good at her communication skills. much better than what she was is what I'm getting. So equality, collaboration. Yeah, that's what she's like. You know, I said she's a nurturer. She's like, she has the home and she knows how to be the beautiful hostess, you know, make everyone feel warm and comfortable at home. Collaboration, being heard, discussion, valued input, unity, being a team, healthy conversations. And that's a doorbell. So maybe she's got some kind of invitation coming her way soon, or an unexpected knock on the door or something, okay? Okay, Queen of Coins. There's that came out before. Well, I wanted to double rainbow. 16. Divine intervention, ascension, perfect timing, serendipity, light cards, promises kept, duality as above, so below. I think that she has a knowing within her because of all these beautiful light cards she's been receiving, all in divine timing. Her ascension has really allowed her to hold so much faith. This is how she's become so grounded. So grounded. Even though she can't see what's ahead, she's been releasing those limiting beliefs, remember? She has been changing the internal record. You know, that's why she's better at communicating. She knows her needs. She understands other people better. Promises kept, something about that is coming through for a reason. Serendipity. Maybe you met in a really serendipitous way. You know, unexpected for both of you. Look at this. She's got the big yes card. That's beautiful. That is nice. 31. Yes. This is the sun. That's interesting. Sun there as well. So maybe she is seen as the sun, you know. Someone else is bright light. Energy, power, climax, fulfilled, pride, radiance, success. That's come through for both of you. Success. Vigor, divine masculine, daytime, victory, happy, warmth. Beautiful. She's been healing her inner divine masculine, you know. When I say maybe she does grounding practice are really important for her. Maybe meditation. But she's so much better at staying centered. Truly, that's beautiful. Number 5 as well. That's why she's coming as the Queen of Coins. Very grounded, okay? You might both really enjoy looking at the sky, like skylines and just sunrises, sunsets and that kind of thing. 14. Blueprints, careful planning, visionary, building, firm foundations, idea. She's become her firm foundation to bring these thoughts into things. Remember I said her abundance path is important to her right now. Her destiny path, roadmap, ideas, instructions. But it's come out with this avalanche, you know. Number 16 again. Major force, uncontrollable, chain reaction, unexpected, wipeout, imminent danger, emergency, external force, building momentum, sudden. I think that maybe whatever comes her way is going to be so unexpected, you know, whether it's to do with her abundance truly coming into fruition, and even this, like, love situation. Let's see what else to confirm. I think she needs to be mindful also of, you know how I said she's become better at communicating? There's a reason for that. I think maybe in the past she got really triggered and it would bring out her really unstable side of her, you know? Yeah, that's coming to... Gosh, they just keep slipping out. It's coming to an end. There's something here though. Oh, the bouquet. Autumn time is important for her, so I think that she felt this... the ending too, you know, that emotional anguish. I think she felt it too, but I think that she blamed herself a lot maybe as well for the part she took. Okay, the letter. So whatever news she gets, she's going to need to make sure that she finds her balance as she receives this and doesn't instantly react. Okay, 27 and 7, writing, communication, making contacts. Could be written documents as well. Let's get some more for this masculine. Oh my God, heart. So maybe this is the communication that she's going to receive, and it's going to be so unexpected. And maybe it's not what she's, you know, she wanted this communication to come through. Maybe it's not in the way that she'd want. Maybe it's a different approach. But oh my God, I literally just split this, and then I saw the ring, and then there's a unconditional love. Wow. There's going to be a real need to find centeredness and a centered approach with each other when you communicate. You're going to notice the misalignments. Yeah, golden ticket. This is going to be the turning point. Number 5, something special, once in a lifetime success again, magical, an extraordinary event, major opportunity, luck. It might even also be, again, perfect timing, something to do with an opportunity coming her way. I keep getting more for her, but I need to clarify. We'll get one more just to clarify whether this is about love or... well, it kind of just fell into my hand. So number 34, overflowing abundance, fulfillment, letting it go, emotional release, tears of joy, crying, chasing after something. So whatever it is, it could genuinely be her abundance path. But I also think that there's something here about that fulfillment that I don't think she had externally. And maybe that's where the limiting beliefs are coming from, you know. That's about to change. So let's get some cards for this connection specifically. Cards for the connection. Wow, it's really positive energy, but it's coming with, yeah, wow. I think maybe you both experienced jealousy, you know, that needs to be in check. Maybe it was led by sexuality in the past. There's been some kind of deception here. It was coming through before. There's been silent treatment. It's felt really toxic in that sense, you know. No, I'm talking about abuse. I'm talking about this lack of communication again, you know. But 33 and 7, got the boomerang, the recovery, the return of what's yours. See what else for this specific connection. I think that King of Wands, you know, that unpredictable energy, that's another thing with that King of Wands, that jealousy. I think that can really get them. They need to be mindful with that, truly. Oh, okay, so light bulb, things are coming to light, Maverick, 26, 25. I feel like both of you maybe had that energy with each other, you know, just like taking that risk, you know, being bold. So there's going to be a breakthrough. There's an epiphany, there's illumination, there's a reveal. There's something that's coming through. Rule breaking, independent, non-conformist, fearless, unconventional. I think this connection itself is. So we've got the Archer here. So whatever's happening moving forward with this connection, it's really this focus here. You're on target, both of you, moving forwards. Oh, chandelier. You both could have quite status as well when you get together, if that's the way. Let's see what else comes through for this specific connection. I think you'd have all eyes on you, honestly, I truly do. Developing like age wine, really beautiful. Number 4. So you needed this time so you could become exactly the versions of you that were way more mature, not this inexperienced energy, this jealous, this silent treatment, all these unhealthy ways of, you can't be in a healthy connection that's stable and trustworthy and has firm foundations like that. You know, knowing what you want moving forwards as well is going to be really important. Something about family legacy. You had a lot of internal obstacles to remove before this point, you know. Connection moving forwards, yeah. Glass heart, fragility, truly, 11. Vulnerability, apologize. Delicate, clear, handle carefully, sensitive, openness and transparency on here. And they're going to be very, very important to create this connection that's also on here. Forgiveness, taking a risk. You're both going to feel like you're taking a risk here. Because of how vulnerable it makes you, the connection, both of you. Another one. Okay. Anvil and walking boots. 2 and 8. Okay, so there's resolve, purpose, focus again, concentration, resilience, striking while the iron's hot, taking determined action, strength, persistence, walking boots here. A journey, an adventure, self-reliance, taking steps, pursuing your own path, freedom, independence, walking away, exit. So obviously you're going to need to address the walking away that happened in the past or whatever exit ending was. But with this stalk here, there's the transformation, there's a renewal, a new beginning, right? I also think that you two are very much at a distance. So you're going to need to, you know, come together, like journey, kind of travel to see each other. But you're really going to honour each other's independence. And that's beautiful. Your independence and your freedom that you both require here. And I think that maybe you both will have a lot of adventures as well. But it all needs to go. You do need to address all of this first, because there's still some things that are being unraveled. So I'm just going to get some additional cards, and maybe even timing if they want to come through. Okay, so first I'm going to look at the Divine Masculine. Additional cards for the Divine Masculine energy. He was initially coming through as a King of Wands in reverse. So additional cards for Divine Masculine. Yeah, Uranus, the Fool, brand new beginning. King of Fire again, King of Fire. 7 days, brand new beginning. Jumping in, innovation and opportunity. Might be a bit of a rebel, but they're definitely someone who wants this new beginning, and that's been coming through strongly. King of Fire, 7 days. Within that time, it's going to feel like the Tower. Complete upheaval. They need to be mindful that they're not leading with passion, as in like, remember that sexuality card? Maybe that happened in the past. So and maybe that's like their mask. That's now how they feel confident and comfortable. But they're gonna need to check that truly, because remember, this is glass hearts. You both have glass hearts here. Trust, dependability, that anchor energy. You know, there's going to be I think they're experiencing some kind of sudden change in their life as well, to be honest. Okay. Might have a lot of desire. Mars energy is actually Emperor energy as well, so it's connected to the Tower. So, okay, Taurus energy, so this is Queen of Earth again, so that's interesting. Okay, another one, so you've got, I feel like springtime could be important as well, actually, you know. Divine masculine energy, this card, the Fool. Let's get some confirmation. Okay, allow divine timing, trusting the process. Okay, wow. This is really interesting. So they're going to get some kind of expansion here when it comes to their abundance path. Just like a turning point, growth, destiny, Wheel of Fortune. So and Jupiter energy. So there's definitely something that, it's like a big moment for them on their journey, this new beginning. But they're going to need to trust the flow here and trust the time that it's taken to get to this point as well. Truly, they're going to be divinely guided. Oh, the Empress at the bottom there, Venus. Okay, so Mars, the Tower, Mars. But this is clarifying for the divine masculine energy. Mars, the Tower energies. This is where whatever it is upheaval that they're going to receive, they're experiencing maybe currently, which is why there's so much movement energy. It's like, whoa, it literally says let it be, detach. They need to rest, detach themselves, be in silence, contemplate on what's happening, not be reactive. They need to be very mindful of whatever that is. Winter could be important. I'm hearing maybe to for this to truly find its closure or something. Get another one to clarify this. The Tower, the divine masculine. Yeah, this is where the big change comes. They're going to handle this, then guided to handle this differently. Don't react. Trust the divine flow of this, because this is where they're going to get that rebirth. That's why they're going to have that Uranus energy, that new beginning, which will go either way, but it's up to them. Rebirth, major changes, transformation. Wow. And then this Queen of Earth, Chariot. Okay, I think this is who they want to move towards. Willpower, determination, success, action. And then you've also got the Queen of Coins as well, so they're definitely feeling the drive. Let's get another one just to confirm that for divine masculine energy. Yeah, Prince of Fire. Okay, Sagittarius energy. So autumn time, within 14 to 30 days. That's that movement. Within 14 to 30 days, some kind of movement taking place. And it's going to bring them closer to this Queen of Coins that they want to move towards. But there's really this energy. Oh my God, you've got, oh my God. So this is about the opportunity, the expansion, the enjoyment, allowing things to unfold. Then you got the King of Fire again. That's about 7 days. And you got the Emperor. Wow. I think that when they're going to be locked in, they're going to be locked in, but they need to be the right version of themselves. And I think that even they know right now, especially with this upheaval that they're experiencing, that sudden change, even they are going to be tested with that test of faith to see where they're at. Are they that anchor, that solid divine masculine that can be trusted, which they want to be as well? Okay. And I think this Maverick with that Uranus energy, that really rebelling and jumping in, this is where they're being asked, okay, you're going through a growth, a turning point. You know who you are. Remember that, so you can do things differently. Okay, Queen. Divine Feminine. Maybe they'll call her Queen. Divine Feminine. The Lovers, Gemini energies. Remember I said she truly is finding her alignment. Partnerships, love, openness. She really does have a beautiful heart space. Very giving energy, actually. There's too many cards there. Okay, so Divine Feminine. It's funny because I'm looking at these two together. They're so alike, the sunrise and then that. So it's like darkest before dawn. There's going to be a sunrise when it comes to this energy. So if this is on her mind, the obstacles will be overcome. There's a bright start, okay? Problems will be ending. So, Divine Feminine, anything else? Virgo. Oh my God, Virgo at the bottom as well. So Virgo could be an important sign or season. And the Queen of Earth. Wow. The Hermit. Solitude, enlightenment, soul searching. I said she's been doing that, right? To release all the internal stuff. This is why she's finding her alignment. She's open to love. She's warm. Her heart has become warm to love. If it wasn't already, it certainly is now. Glass. That's why you're both coming out with a glass heart. That connection is so vulnerable. You're gonna have to treat each other so with such fragility, you know, with healthy boundaries, and recognizing that you both have strength within you. You know, the Moon. So she might be very intuitive, especially with that Virgo card, Pisces and Virgo. She could have a lot of anxiety, fears. You know, maybe she's thinking about that deception energy that's coming through. That's on this card. You know, that was blocking her intuition on this connection. Well, her intuition is probably to help others anyway, but there's still something that needs to be cleared up, and she feels I don't know if there has been, but clearly some kind of honesty needs to come through, because she feels like she's experienced deception with this person. That silent treatment, remember? Okay, the World, Saturn, Capricorn energies. Duties, cycles, accomplishment, structure, time. That's what she's been closing out. She's been healing through her karma. The Empress, that's her. Venus, she has been healing through a lot of karmic cycles in this time, you know. Attraction, beauty, charm, love, pleasure. I think this is her recognizing herself as well. She's learning who she is. Soul deep and skin deep. That's important for her. Something about that's come through for a reason. My God. Twin flames. This is where I think she's had doubt and blocked intuition. She feels she's on this path, but then she's like, because of everything, you know, that hasn't happened to this point, or that has happened, or maybe she thinks has happened or is happening, she gets confused. Are we reflecting? Are we truly each other's divine counterparts? Are we mirrors? 11-11. Birds and Gemini and the World and Saturn. Let's get some clarity for this beautiful divine feminine energy. Communication. Yeah, it's developing. Gemini is all about Mercury communication. So again, a confirmation with this Saturn. She's closing out the ways, you know, that could have been a karmic cycle of learning how to communicate in healthy ways. Again, mentally active. She should have a lot going on in the mind. And it says it's developing. So whatever this connection is, it's developing. And not just that, I think partnerships in her life as well, generally. Friendships, maybe business, you know, family as well, actually. Okay, so Virgo and the Empress, the Hermit, Venus. One more to confirm that. Okay, Pisces season could be important actually as well. That's come out more than once. Winter time. Okay, Sagittarius season is going to be important for her when she truly steps into that divine feminine energy. She's finding balance internally within her right now. I'm not sure she realizes it's a very personal journey, very soul-searching. I actually think this is where she might also really truly experience herself in connection as a divine feminine as well. Truly, winter, December time is going to be Sagittarius energies, and Capricorn is going to be really important. Okay, one more for this connection. Okay, divine feminine. Again, just as I said it, winter, Capricorn, king of earth energies. Winter, Capricorn, that's just confirmation. This is where there's going to be that more of that clarity is going to come through. That's come out with that Pisces and the twin flames, the moon and the twin flame. It's kind of been hidden for a while. You haven't communicated about this at all. You both haven't said, okay, this is what journey we're on. This is our connection. Wow. Let's just get another one to confirm. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is about the devil energies. So, and that's within 1 to 3 months. This is what's being cleared up. We've got the ending here, so wrapping things up, right? And then we've got the beginning here with the spring card as well. So as that clears up within the next one month to 3 months as well, but I think that there's just like the lingering strings are being removed. I'm just going to find out more for you about your connection moving forward, because these cards are showing that there's clearly still some things that need to be healed, but I do feel like you're coming way more into alignment, and there's going to be an opportunity to become some kind of communication, I feel like, as well, quite soon. Okay, while these things are still being cleared up. Okay, yeah, that's my divine counterpart card as well for this. True love and giving your relationship a chance, working on your partnership together. This is a romance of a lifetime. Be mindful who you're asking for help, very mindful. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Yes, this is your deep soul connection. You know, despite the deceptions you've experienced and everything, there's a reason. If you're truly on that divine twin flame connection journey, you'll understand that. It's not about accepting abuse at all. This is about every version of you that was not true to your soul, to your heart, to your divine purpose. Being completely healed through, you know, and that's not easy. Not easy at all. And if you haven't had the right conversations to confirm your connection or anything, then, you know, you really have been doing it solo, okay? It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, okay? I'm just going to get some oracle message cards here, sorry. And just say this could be the one. And then it's about healing family issues. So maybe there's something going on there, okay? That did kind of come through before. So what does divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine? Messages. Divine masculine to divine feminine. Okay, so, wow, look at this colour. It's beautiful. Wow, I'm seeing eyes. Maybe someone has blue eyes. Okay, number 8, a union. I feel the chemistry between us. We need to trust that the energy we share will bring us back together again. Again, water could be important. I'm listening to my higher self now. A higher power is guiding me. I said that about the angelic protection as well. They're getting divine guidance. They truly are, and they're actually recognizing it. Wow. Trust is important here. Okay, divine masculine to divine feminine. Okay, so telepathic messages. So number 3, I'm trying to figure out this connection. I've never experienced anything like this before. Fair enough. Number 1, again, I feel your energy around me and I wonder, are you thinking of me too? One more for this divine masculine to divine feminine. Number 4, I said something about children. My or your children need to come first. Trust that they are part of our plan. Or if there aren't any children, it says our inner children need to come first. Important. 1111. We're coming into union. The only 1111 card throughout this entire deck. Wow, okay, children. We'll get another one just because that one. I'm going to get some clarity. Something about that did kind of try to come through before, right? 6. Our destiny is calling. Preparations are underway to take the next steps. Ooh. Okay, so divine feminine to divine masculine. It's so strange when I get called to do that. It's so interesting with this particular deck. Okay, so divine feminine to divine masculine. Are there any messages? She needs clarity, if I'm honest. That's how I feel. Number 2, I want to hold you in my arms and feel our bodies unite as one. Yeah. Makes sense. You know? Yeah. Divine feminine to divine masculine. Oh. Union, please send me energetic support. Use a frequency of love to uplift me because I need your help. I actually think that this is something she's been doing. She's been sending this kind of energy. It's a union card, another union card towards her divine masculine. I'm not sure if she realizes it or not, because don't forget she's leading energetically. Okay? We must remember that we are gods and goddesses and work to embody that energy. Another one for divine feminine, divine masculine. I see you working to create change and I'm proud of what you are accomplishing. I want to work on mission with you. Once again, I strongly believe that's the other way around. So that's come out for a reason, okay? Just some more clarity for your connection moving forwards. Wrong way. Moving forwards. Okay. Got the bear. Got the fireworks. Got another one. Ooh, that was the clouds. So you can't see what's happening moving forward. There is that energy of trusting in the divine unfold of this as well, though, that was coming through. It's all happening in divine time. We've got the key. Got another one. Okay. Oh, chandelier. That was trying to come through before. This is it. And then you got the bouquet. Okay, so there's definitely something about affluence here that's really important. Status, affluence, wealth. Okay. So again, be really mindful that it's a specific, you know, this is your collective, right? Okay, so maybe you're both really your leaders. Maybe, you know, you got that boss CEO energy coming through, wealth, affluence, strong. Someone could be really protective. Another one could be really muscular. Maybe the same person, okay? Got fireworks here, passion, chemistry. There's love. This says lust, desire, kiss, celebrate, happiness, exhilaration, new year, excitement, explosive, hot sex. So again, mindful of how you're moving forward with that energy. We said that, right? But there's the key here. So there's solutions, there's intelligence, there's genius, insight, clarity. So there are going to be breakthroughs. There's going to be need to really pay attention. This is lock and unlock. And I honestly think there's going to be this locking in energy, okay? Chandelier, status, luxury, elegance, enlightenment, illumination, and that's with the clouds that fell to the floor. I haven't picked it up yet, but it's literally like you can't see what's ahead. There's been misunderstandings, you know, stuff like that. So it's kind of like really clearing through that, finding clarity. And with this bouquet as well, that's beautiful. This card of reconciliation, happy, harmony, beauty, creativity, a gift, art, gratitude, appreciation, again, openness, love, and warmth. So there's a reason for that that's come through, okay? So in terms of timings, we'll see if there's anything that wants to come through, but I think that's pretty much come through with all the other cards as well. But if there's any other last bits for you moving forwards, okay, cardinal energy, so that's about moving forwards, getting going. And the next one, I suppose, we are in Libra season actually, so, and that did say 7 to 14 days. Earth energies as well, so this again, you're going to be getting unstuck so you can move forward. Libra, confirmation. Libra, justice. Truth is coming, and it's coming in soon. Someone's clearly really, they're not happy about the decisions they made. They made poor decisions in the past is what they see it as, okay? So, you know, that's why to change this outcome, this Ten of Swords in reverse, they really need to address the decision making, that, you know, the attachments, the unhealthiness that was all coming through. And once this is aired out, you're both really honest with each other because you've created that safety to do so. You can truly begin to release the unhealthy elements of the connection, right? Which is very much an internal job. And then you come together with that, remember? So, yeah, and honestly, whatever's happening, there's a need to truly trust that. Because that children card came through for a reason. So whatever is taking place, that may not be to your knowledge right now, maybe it is, but there's a reason for it. And don't forget, you know, when you have, if you're truly on a twin flame journey and you both have like children, you know, the connections, you generally, it's said that you have a really beautiful connection to that child, even though it's not yours, but it's your person. So not that that should be a focus point or anything, you know, that's someone else, you know, you let the journey unfold how it needs to, but yeah, just keeping your emotions in check is going to be important, okay? So we've got 6, 36, 9, 15, 10, 30, 33, 8, okay? Let me know if this message was for you. Got this. Sending love.